Well, in response to a video I made, Why Am I Here on YouTube, had a couple of suggestions, and one of them was from Mere Christian Logic. He mentioned giving a testimony. So I'm not going to do any fancy video stuff here. Excuse me. I'm just going to kind of lay it out. I thought I had kind of a normal childhood. Went into high school, got wild and crazy, probably like most people. Started drinking, went in the Army at 19, and was really into it. I got promoted out of basic training. Got assigned to MP school, Fort Dix, New Jersey, the 532nd MP Squadron. I graduated top 10 out of MP school, got promoted again. A few months later, got promoted again. So I was E4 in about less than a year, and I was really on my way. I thought I was going to be sergeant really quick. But then after about a year, you start thinking, well, I'm getting short. I got 1 year to go, and I'm back in civilization. And somebody come into barracks one day and says, hey, you want to go parts on a bag of pot? I really didn't even know who it was. But, the peer pressure thing, I said, sure. I knew it was something you smoke. But, well, that was the beginning. And I really liked it. And after I got out of the Army, it wasn't long I went from pot to speed was a big thing, diet pills. And then acid. Got into acid, did that for a few years, took hundreds of trips. Then I started the real downfall. I used to see some friends of mine shooting up heroin and whatever. And I thought, wow, these guys are sick. Why would they want to do something like that? Can't they get high enough snorting or taking pills? Well, it wasn't but a few weeks after that I found myself in my little hippie van shooting up for the very first time. I was by myself. And I shot up and I passed out in the parking lot of a bar I used to hang at. And not sure why I passed out. It was an hallucinogen I shot up. I think it was like mescaline or something. But I woke up at daybreak, and it was raining on me. And I woke up. Didn't have no ill effects, but that was the beginning. Then I started shooting up anything I could squeeze into a syringe. No, the siren isn't for me. I have had my share of jail time, but not today. It was a 20-year journey, and I was consumed with being high. I was lost. And I could tell you a lot of horror stories. Almost died a couple times, OD'd, wrecked on a motorcycle. Just lots of stuff. And I met my wife and in a bar, the bar I used to hang out at, and she just thought, she heard a reputation I had, and just thought I was a wild and crazy guy. And she just thought, okay, I'm young, I'm sowing my wild oats. But little did she know that she was hooking up with an addict. And after a year or so, we got married. And she just thought when you got married, you put up the white picket fence, you have 2.5 children, you go to work at steel mill, and that's what you do for the next 30 years, retire, and go to Florida. Well, didn't work out that way. She ended up going to the Lord And I just was on my journey of addiction. Everything I did, I had to be high. I remember we used to be in a bowling tournament, bowling league, and you know, I would bring 3 or 4 beers at a time to our alley, and they'd always say, well, what are you going to do with all them? Well, I'm going to drink them. Why should I waste time buying one and keep going back and forth? And that's how my life went. Whether it was alcohol, drugs, heroin, morphine, crystal meth. Crystal meth was one of my favorites. And that was it. You know, I'm not going to string this out and just tell you I was in and out of jail. First time I got busted, I was 19 years old. We was carrying drugs and went to a restaurant. We was up on crank for about 3 days. They wanted to go eat, so I pulled over, and they went in a restaurant, and before they went in, they says, we got to hide this dope. I says, wow, you guys are so paranoid. Well, we lifted the hood, took the air cleaner out, put the dope in around there, and closed her back up, and about 20 minutes later, I'm surrounded by police cars and cops, and they said, open your hood, take the air cleaner out. Well, here's some old lady was sitting in an apartment watching us, and she called the police. We were raggy looking. I mean, we were, the long hair, the earrings, bell bottoms, beads. We were the typical hippies back in the 60s and 70s. And, I mean, I can laugh now, but it wasn't funny. It wasn't funny back then. It was bad. And what's bad is, you know, you want to screw your own life up, that's one thing, but it's never just that. There's a lot of people that care about you, you affect their lives. So that was pretty bad. And, you know, the sad thing is, my wife got pregnant. With our son, and I wanted to have an abortion. I wanted to kill him. You know why I wanted to kill him? Because I'm a self-centered son of a bitch. That's why. I didn't want another kid interfering with my life. I got things to do. I'm not spending money on nobody else. That boy has been such a blessing. He's 26 years old. He's a manager at Target. I would have murdered my son. How sad. My older daughter, she had to see a lot of that addictive personality. She's turned out fantastic. Wow. What a blessing she is. She's the head of the children's ministry at our church. Very active, really has grown into a real woman. So proud of her. So, well, that's the end of my phase 1. And I'll go to phase 2 in the next one. Hopefully I can keep it short. I'm at 9 minutes already. So take it easy. I'm hopefully starting to get back into the tube here. Kind of miss it. So this is my easy way in. If you don't like what I say, well, it's pretty hard to argue. It's just fact. See you later, guys. Take her easy.